Sea-Dog as well.
Jumping into the first point with the New Orleans Hurricanes and NRG Elite. As Hurricanes gonna be getting very quick into the snake through position, eat the body up in the middle for NRG Elite. Nice kill from Nick Ripple.
NRG Elite with some roster upheaval just this Monday coming into this event. Slightly thin roster, no Damian Vasquez, no Evan Manners. Those players were cut. Ethan Adams also taking a step back from paintball. So Nick Ripple now for the Hurricanes into their wedge. Not sure that, well, now NRG definitely knows he's there. But it's a 5-on-3 advantage New Orleans Hurricanes. Ripple on the wrap. Knows all the spots. Love when a guy is in the 50 snake and knows where everyone is. Finds the bodies, relays them back to the backfield. Hurricanes in control right now. I think it's Politi in the snake Rito for NRG Elite. And then Nelson, who won a couple one-on-ones yesterday in the back center.
Ripple being very patient, just controlling zones and talking it up at a crucial spot for the Hurricanes. And then now looks like
Seawright is back in action. Love to see it.
Yeah, Seawright getting checked by the ref. He's good to go. Playing that crucial spot on the Dorito side that we just discussed. Kyle Spicka's position.
NRG Elite, their MO typically in these situations is to tighten up, and they do kill one. Is that Pate out of the middle for Hurricanes. So now 4-on-3. Still advantage Hurricanes positionally and body count-wise. Ripple, wheeling and dealing, moves forward.
Yeah, great kill here for NRG Elite. Get that count close. Shot on Aaron Pate.
Oof. Ripple and Nelson are really dueling from this far Dorito in the back center. Nelson, really good player for NRG Elite. He's made his name known in the 3-man yesterday.
Yeah, Ripple gonna need a little help. Daniel Camp filters out, gets to the South Electronics can. Look for him to dip into the snake here soon. Ripple is blocked out crossfield a little bit from that pin. He has to lean all the way out to get the crossfield shot.
He sent a heater in at Politi there, almost caught him, unable to. Politi now very wary of Ripple backing up off that spot. Daniel Camp now sneaking out into the snake, one behind Ripple, so Ripple with some good protection.
There's 3 guns looking at Ripple right now.
Oh, and my mistake, I had the count wrong. It's a 4-on-4. There's another body in the snake, too, for NRG. Now the snake 1. I believe that's Austin Buffton, yeah.
The closest body to Ripple is the back center. There's basically 3 guns looking at him.
It's the
Aztec.
Yeah.
He's hiding in the Aztec. And rightfully so. He should be hiding in that spot.
Ripple tried to rip a bounce shot off the wedge into that snake Rito. 4-on-4 situation. It's been 3 minutes in this point so far. Seawright has gotten into the Dorito 2 for the Hurricanes. So the Hurricanes, better field position, definitely, but still a tough close here, even bodies.
Well, Mike, it's good to see that Seawright's starting to push up on that top side, because Ripple's been absorbing the bulk of the pressure here for a while onto NRG Elite side of the field. And yeah, the closest bodies actually, we just talked about that Aztec. So there's the back center in the Aztec right in front of Ripple, and then 2 bodies in the snake.
Really good job by Daniel Kemp getting close. Now he's in the snake Rito behind Ripple. Going to go back into that snake too. Not a lot of free kills out here, Maddie. It's tough. Ripple can't really go further because then he'll expose himself to Politi and Buffton. With an even body count and the score tied at 0, these situations are so tough. You really want to try to win a gun battle. You don't want to force a move, but nothing's going to be free out here.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. It's great for Ripple to be up here because, again, he is absorbing a lot of that pressure. The back center has switched his gun on to Seawright.
Yeah, Seawright only has 1 gun to get through, and it's the back center. I'd like to see Seawright kind of force the action a little bit further. Politi shooting inside. Austin Buffton shooting inside at Ripple. Ripple, such a tough spot to play that tight for that long.
Yeah, he is doing it very nicely, though.
Certainly.
He hasn't been over-engaging. He's just been absorbing pressure, but engaging enough to become a threat. He's not just completely hiding. He's actually touching the side of that bunker to try to draw fire. NRG Elite trying to get out here. Back corner bunker on the Dorito side. He's going to get checked out by the ref.
Yeah, Camp shot him. Great job by Camp controlling the zone. He tries to force the move out to the corner. That changes the tide. Now Ripple can play this outside wrap on that Dorito much more safely, put a ton of pressure on Nelson in that back center, shoots him.
Yeah, gets the kill, now leaving just the two bodies in the snake with Buffton and Politi here for NRG Elite. Camp gonna move up to the 50-yard line. Both Ripple and Camp ripping those crossfield shots. They are gonna get the shot in on Politi, leaving just Buffton, and that's gonna force a concession. And actually Ripple was able to get that crossfield shot as the buzzer sounded. So after a long, over 5-minute long point here, first score is going to be for the Hurricanes. And now NRG Elite looking over the shoulders here for the Hurricanes, though. On the breakout with 9:45 left to go after that long first point.
5-on-5, both teams surviving, both teams with a middle presence.
Yeah,
Askren for NRG Elite.
Yeah, Askren with a decent bite here on the break, getting up to that brick. As NRG Elite filtering out bodies, Politi back into the snake. Gets into snake 2 pretty quick.
Daniel Camp also in the snake for the New Orleans Hurricanes, backed up by Drew Bell. Making his way into the, hanging tight for a second, but definitely thinking about making the move forward to the snake Rito. Askren, though, is keeping Camp in check from that center brick bunker. Meanwhile, Seawright and Pate holding their zones. Hurricanes so disciplined. Play really connected paintball with great communication. Both teams 5-on-5. Looks like we got the makings of another long point here, Matty.
Yeah, potentially, Mike. Politi dips into the snake 3 position. And with Askren up the middle, the Hurricanes dug in pretty tight right now. Definitely the potential makings of a long one here. Hurricanes not giving them much. They have the brick and the mini wall in the middle. Snake 2.
Hurricanes shooting the outside edge of that wedge, trying to zip one in on Politi. Ripping their bounce shots. Hurricanes seem to know the field very well. Seem to know their bounce shots really well. So critical out here, especially in these 5-on-5 situations when people are dug in like ticks. No one's trying to over battle. No one's going to give you a free kill typically. Politi gets on the wrap from that snake Rito. He looks like he might want to take a bite.
Well, Politi's, I'm hoping somebody's going to engage him in a gunfight, but the Hurricanes are just really tightening into these defensive zones. Everyone's hunkered up, dug in. No body language tells me they want to make moves right now, and they get the shot in on Askren and Politi as well too. So a couple kills quickly have turned this into a 5-on-3 in favor of the Hurricanes as Buffton makes a move up the middle. Going to see a reposition here for NRG Elite as he gets outside wide. Seawright has made his move into the back corner bunker here in this high body moment for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, the Hurricanes just playing with superior patience and field knowledge, ripping those bounce shots. I think Askren got killed on one. Politi, I think, just over-battled. But great job by the Hurricanes to just win the pressure battle when everything slowed down.
Now they're looking to make moves. They dip into the snake 3 position, and it's going to force a concession here.
5-on-3 situation. This player, number 33, wearing an AJ Buffton jersey. Looked like he wanted to come forward. Now Hurricanes up 2. NRG Elite does shoot Ripple off the break. That's a huge kill. They send 00, Mr. No Name, into Hurricanes brick off the break. So this double center look with Askren and Agent 0 for NRG Elite and generating a kill, giving themselves a good opportunity to crawl back into this match.
Like hyper-aggressive game plan here, and it's not like there was 35 seconds left to score 2. No, 6.5 minutes left here on the clock. But I love this bold play call, working out so far for them with the ground. Now let's see if they can develop outside. They get a body into the snake. So things starting to develop nicely. 5 bodies alive here for NRG Elite. See our eye in the sky, the double stack of attackers up the middle. Each one looking a separate way. 00 looking towards the D side.
That's Brandon Portman for NRG Elite, Agent 0. Daniel Camp, though, crawling forward into the snake 2. That's going to create some issues for this double center look for NRG Elite.
And Mike Seawright able to get out wide that back corner bunker for the Hurricanes. Camp has to pause at snake 2.
So now the way that the Hurricanes have developed, even though they're down a body, up 2, it's going going to be difficult for NRG Elite to develop offense out of these positions. They don't have a free body to go trade with out of the middle. You're up a body, you love trades in this situation, especially down points with the clock ticking down, but there's not an easy trade available to NRG Elite here.
No easy trades here currently with the tactical situation confronting them. Have to allow this to develop. Hopefully maybe get a kill. Hope that Hurricanes over battle with this 2-point lead. Not likely. Daniel Camp being patient here in Snake 2. Good comms for both squads.
Justin Politi in that Snake Rito for NRG Elite. He's getting a lot more spins out here.
Mike Portman and Askren have been very diligent on staying crossed up, just not giving up those gaps. But Hurricanes not falling for the trap. They have not made any moves after these positions. I'm wondering if they know that there's that double stack of bodies up the middle.
I'm pretty sure they do because they were ripping a bounce shot off the pin into Portman. Yeah, I don't think it was the paint was going in there, but that says to me that they know he's in that spot. They definitely know Askren is there. Camp engaged him on the inside. He's being careful down low, looking to make that move into the Snake Rito. Got to keep that pack down low. Doesn't want to give anything up. I believe he can kill Portman if he comes inside here. However, he still has to protect himself from Askren.
Yeah, great low crawl here from Camp. Camp gets the check and does shoot Portman. Huge kill here for Daniel Camp and the Hurricanes. After that death, NRG Elite sneaks a body out wide, dip into the back corner bunker on the D side.
Yeah, Nelson sneaks out there, but huge. Oh, Politi dies as well, so it's falling apart here for NRG Elite. Had the one body advantage in the center presence, but unable to generate offense off of that early advantage in the Hurricanes.
They got it. They also need to be thinking about toweling it right now.
Yep.
3 minutes and 45 seconds. Maybe let it play out for another 30 seconds.
They're thinking margin already, Maddie. It looks like the NRG Elite overtime streak had ended, but even those 1-point losses, they're in a tougher spot here. Hurricanes have just elite level communication. I know they lost Mike Bianca, but the way they communicate on field is incredible. Seawright and Daniel Camp are having a full conversation coast to coast right here. Makes me tingly as a former coach, Maddie, to see that happen. Love when your ones communicate cross field like that.
Yeah, they're talking about angles and jobs.
Yeah.
It's not, hey, he's there. He's at this spot. He's at the alpha. He's at the alpha. No, it's like, hey, can you get the outside? You
Yeah.
can't? Okay, cool. I'm on this angle. Here's our count. Here's their count.
NRG Elite, you know, just seeming a little content here. In the next minute, you expect them to try to force the issue and break the cross here. These give themselves a chance.
Well, they could also be thinking about margin the opposite way.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. In the sense, like, hey, we didn't towel it, so now that we're getting down to 230, possibly going to be going down 3, let's just let this one ride and maybe hopefully get this one. Worst case, 2-point loss. We'll see.
Getting quiet out here as players run out of paint, although Daniel Camp has plenty on his back. Askren just hoping Camp gives him something foolish. Camp has no intention of doing that. Nelson, Connor, new pickup, did well yesterday in 3-man.
Yeah, Mike, not a lot of guys shooting their guns right now. Everyone's just kind of posted up on zones.
Well, and the Hurricanes have all the zones held. So if you're NRG Elite, sorry, we're not gun battling you right now. You have to make a move through the zone that we are holding. We have the lead. We have the body advantage. You have to make the low-risk move.
Indeed. And Hurricanes being very patient, just dedicated on these crosses right now.
Yeah, NRG Elite here. I like the call not to concede, but Maddie, if it's not the cardinal sin to play like you're only down 1 when you're down 2, but it is a sin.
Yeah, I'm thinking they've got to be just pondering margin right now.
Yeah.
They don't want to put themselves in a deficit. They're waiting until 1 minute and 15. Like you just talked about, Mike, kind of playing like they need 1 to tie, they need 2 to tie, but maybe hoping they win this one and just, again, pull that margin a little closer, but accept the loss.
Yep, absolutely. 2-point loss and a 3-point loss could be the difference in making sense. Here comes Askren. I like the move. Trades with Camp. Austin Buffton makes the move off of that. Oh, wow. And
Pate gets shot at that same exact time, but Seawright's going to go all the way outside wide to get the drop in on Buffton. And here comes the move up. Did he get stitched up?
No, he lived.
He lived that.
2-on-2.
Yeah, 2-on-2 situation. Now down to 40 seconds. The referee is going to run and give him a check, though.
Nelson really wanted. Oh, he did, in fact, shoot him. Nice job by Nelson there. So it's just C-Right. 30 seconds left. NRG Elite down 2. Nelson going to get on the wrap. Going to have the drop on C-Right. Misses the first ball. Then dots him. They trade, though. So Buffton going to hit the, I'm not going to call those afterburners. 15 seconds left on the clock. That's huge in terms of margin. Game's probably over. Hurricane's probably going to take this one. 14 seconds, we've seen it. I just don't think that NRG Elite has wheels like Chad Yaya or the Russian Legion. Let's see what they got here. Looks like semi-content to take a 2-point loss here. Only 10 seconds left, streaking. They do kill one of the Hurricanes. Here comes Askren up the middle. He's going to trade.
Oh, he might be getting a red flag up in the air, though. Red flag's.
That's
so going to stop
foolish.
at swing point here with 1 second left to go. NRG Elite with 14 seconds. Had a chance, but it looks like the penalty, I think, assessed on NRG Elite.
Yeah, it was on Askren coming through the middle, gets shot, then shoots a body. That is the most foolish thing you can do in that situation. You are almost certainly going to lose the match. Do not give away the margin point. You just worked so hard for it in that last point. The 1-point loss streak is going to end for NRG Elite. 3-1 victory by the Hurricanes.
Yeah, well, let's get a look here on the replay. So there goes the runner up the middle. Just guns up. And there goes the second trailer in the third with the staggered attack.
But it doesn't matter because it's a major on Askren under 60 seconds. You can see him get shot in his side and continue to shoot Pate out of the middle there.